Hey, visual learners! Today, we've got something big on our radar, something that's pushing the boundaries of AI as we know it. We're talking about Groq AI. Groq AI is revolutionizing the AI landscape with its unique approach to processing and inference. Groq is a company founded by some of the brightest minds in the industry, including former Google engineers. They've set out on a mission to revolutionize the way AI workloads are handled, and trust me, they're doing just that. At the core of this revolution is Groq's unique processor architecture. Its Tensor streaming processor, or TSP, is designed to process data in a continuous stream. Groq AI's TSP can execute over 1 trillion operations per second. That's right, trillions! Groq AI is incredibly scalable. Whether you're running a small AI project or deploying a massive machine learning model, Groq's architecture can handle it without breaking a sweat. This flexibility is a game changer for industries ranging from healthcare to autonomous vehicles. Companies like NVIDIA and Intel have long dominated the AI hardware space, but Groq is challenging them with a fresh approach. While traditional GPUs and CPUs are great, they have limitations, especially when it comes to handling the massive datasets required by today's AI models. Groq AI, with its TSP architecture, is specifically designed to overcome these limitations, offering unparalleled speed and efficiency.
Here's something interesting.
Groq, on en parle un petit peu dans Tech & Co, dans cette émission dédiée à la tech que vous retrouvez tous les soirs.
Groq makes the fastest AI chips out there. They're called LPUs.
Everybody's talking about Groq.
Groq is all the rage now. Brrr, the graph on the top right here, that's Groq.
Groq chip is an ASIC, rival to NVIDIA. Everyone who is trying Groq hardware seeing such an amazing latency.
This is Groq. It's like ChatGPT but insanely fast.
This is what a standard AI chip looks like. It's a GPU. You'll notice the complex crossing lines. This design is responsible for the drastic rise in value for its producers, who made the right bet that GPUs could be the engine for AI. Now this is what a far from standard AI chip looks like. Uniform, clean, and really, really fast. Like 18 times faster than its competition. But is this underdog capable of taking a bite out of the hot AI chip market? Jonathan Ross helped invent Google's Tensor processing unit, which was the company's underlying chip for machine learning. Its initial purpose was to translate human language into text. We take it for granted now, but the process unlocked a whole world of applications. Based on that experience, Ross founded Groq in 2016 to compete in the semiconductor industry. The basic idea was that computational needs were changing fast as self-driving, artificial intelligence, and more were being developed at a rapid pace. A new architecture, more specifically specialist chips, would be needed to pull that off. Something tailored deeply for its specific task. Even the name Groq was meant to invoke the kind of subject depth the company was striving to represent.
It's Groq, and we spell it with a Q,
Right.
and it's because it comes from a science fiction novel, and it means to understand something deeply and with empathy.
A startup in the chip space needs substantial cash. Ross raised $367 million by the end of 2021 from Chamath Palihapitiya, Tiger Global, and more.
So basically, take the chip and make it much, much smaller and cheaper, and then make many of them and connect them together. That was Jonathan's insight.
But there was a serious issue. Groq couldn't get any customers. It wasn't for lack of trying, and is a byproduct of a deeply technical startup that needs a series of things to go right for a product to be made, much less marketed and sold. The idea of a simplified and hyper-specialized design wasn't connecting. For example, one of their first big attempts to break in was to supply chips for Tesla's self-driving effort. After exploring the solution, Tesla said no. And as Elon walked out of the room, he said it would be a real shame if someone was to take the name and slightly tweak it to be an AI company. Just kidding, but it feels like too much of a coincidence. So then Groq tried to sell their chips to high-frequency traders who need information and to make trades very quickly. But potential customers in that space also shut the door. The clock was ticking on a startup dedicated to speeding things up. At the time, generative AI accounted for less than 1% of their efforts. Then LLMs hit the mainstream, and Groq created a solution to meet the moment. They captured attention with a jaw-dropping demo.
You are breaking performance records.
The speed is definitely a differentiator and people notice it. We've gone viral this week, so it was a really rapid hockey stick. We literally just show people the demo and they're always shocked at how fast it is compared to what they get on graphics processors. We've built a language processor.
Anyone that regularly uses large language models will notice that this is unlike anything on the market. The millisecond you hit enter, this thing is giving you the entirety of its response. To further put this speed in perspective, Groq chips enable LLMs to write a full book in about 100 seconds. Now, that would require a huge context window that their current open source LLMs don't have, but that's some insane speed. Groq's site went from hardly any users to over 400,000 signups in no time, as the company set the new gold standard for low latency. So how did they make it so fast? The speed is enabled through Groq's LPU design that sequentially processes language tasks that the LLMs execute. To put it more simply, the chip is designed to do exactly this task, not a lot of other ancillary tasks that increase complexity and cost. It also has memory on the chip, which is a rarity. The LPU is tailored towards inference. Think of the actual messaging with a chat interface, rather than training. That phase requires intense GPUs like the one from NVIDIA. You can pretty easily deduce why speed at this level would matter. The first one that comes to mind is low latency conversations with AI. This means no awkward pauses as the machine processes your answer. And Ross loves to demo this feature.
Got it. But tell me something most people don't know.
Here's something interesting. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts?
Can you book a reservation at a Michelin star restaurant?
Of course. I've made a reservation for you and your guests at a Michelin star restaurant called IDEM.
Who's the chef?
The chef at IDEM is Dimitris Katravisis. He's a renowned chef known for...
Ross has said that LPU chips will enable significantly lower compute costs.
Because we're so much faster per chip produced, we're able to get a better cost basis and energy basis.
This is clearly to attract startups and developers, but Chamath said they're also getting a lot of inbound from companies featured in the S&P 500. To do this, they're undergoing a production ramp-up.
Our intention, if we can, is to deploy over 220,000 LPUs this year, and next year we want to do 1.5 million.
There's another interesting part of this story. The entirety of the chip is made in the US, which is very unique from its chip-making counterparts that rely heavily on Taiwan's TSMC foundry. There are some critical questions that come from Groq's value proposition. Is speed going to matter so much that the company can take meaningful market share? Does a shorter time to render answers make a difference to the users of large language models? Also, when companies order chips from Groq, they have to order a ton of them. What Groq can handle with 578 LPU chips, NVIDIA can handle with 2 of their H100 GPU chips. Does this make scaling unfeasible? While it's unclear whether Groq will be able to turn its moment of virality into the backbone for fast AI compute, this is a moment that was a long time in the making for Ross and crew. And if we want real innovation, the kind that drives down costs, solves problems, and unlocks new solutions, then we're going to need many more companies like Groq fighting for a spot at the big boys table.
What do you think? Are you excited about the potential of Groq AI? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video informative, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to Visual Learners for more deep dives into the tech that's shaping our world.